this happening on TikTok on my For You page because I've been dabbling in watching TikTok again. I know I give myself a little break, but then you kind of miss out on all the fun stories. So I'm finally back on TikTok. I just wanted to just react to this really short story. Once again, I am editing a longer video, so these are just little short stories I'm putting in between. If you guys have any recommendations for other stuff you want me to do as well, like if you have you've seen anything, don't ever be afraid or ashamed to put in the comment section. Just because I have my own videos that I want to do doesn't mean I don't have time to do other stuff. Sometimes I'm just like out of ideas, so it'd be nice to hear from you guys. But yeah, so today we're talking about a mummy like influencer type person who cancelled her daughter's 4-year-old fourth birthday party because not enough people RSVP'd, and she didn't want an empty party because she rented out like a massive room, and she got called out for that, and then basically said that people are hating on her because she's too attractive. I'm serious, and you guys think I'm joking, and I'm actually not. Like, I'm actually not even joking. Okay, so this all started with this original TikTok. Now, it has been reposted by the person that stitched it. Thank you for reposting it. But I'm going to give you guys a little tidbit, okay? It says this: when you realize your kids don't actually need a big party and that they just need you. Okay, so that's interesting because it seems very innocent. Mainly now that she's deleted the original TikTok, it seems very innocent. Like, oh yeah, like kids don't need a big party. But it just sounds like she's like come to this deep conclusion that kids don't need extravagant things because they're just kids and they're just kids. But no, that's not the conclusion she has come to. It is just her excuse for why she cancelled the party. Now here is the original TikTok that's now been reposted.
If you were a mom of a child with a birthday in the summertime, let me save you some heartache. I canceled her birthday this morning. I canceled my daughter's 4th birthday this morning. Basically been crying on and off all day because, of course, my mama heart breaks more than my 4-year-old child's. But no one is going to show up to their birthdays. I invited 16 kids to her birthday. That's not including adults, families, whatever, etc. And 7 were going to show up. But
now, to me, 7 isn't no one. She made it sound like no one was showing up. Like, 7 kids is still a great amount of kids, right? And like 7 and 16, it's not like she invited 50 and only 2 are showing up. Like, this is, you know what I mean? And like, if those are the 7 kids that she's truly friends with, then to cancel the party because you didn't get the extravagant party that you wanted for your child, oh, I would be heartbroken because not many people showed up. 7 is a good amount. Like, what is it with these? Everything has to be big and everything has to be outstanding. These are kids. They just want to play for a day and eat cake off paper plates that are like Minnie Mouse themed. Like, there is no, it's not necessary to invite that many people, and it's not necessary to rent out a room. Like, we used to just play hide and seek and play all day, have ice cream outside and call it a night. I don't know if maybe it really is that generational divide, because I'm starting to feel like a boomer every time I'm like, well, in my times, we didn't do any of this stuff.
those 7, 3 of them were her neighbors. But so of those 7, it was 3 families. So 3 adults were going to be there, plus me and my husband. So 5 adults. And I know it's not about adults, but it just, the room that we rented was going to look empty. It was going to look like no one came to her birthday. Because the emptiness of that room, when everyone was going to be singing her happy birthday, was going to break my heart. Because we have been going to birthdays the last 2 months, because it's summers, there is like the beginning of summer. There's a lot of birthdays around us, and the rooms are packed.
It's this whole thing of, it's not about quality, it's about quantity. Oh, there would only be 5 adults there, and I know it's not about the adults, but, and then she goes on to explain why it is for the adults, and that she wants a packed room. She wants it to look like her daughter has a lot of friends, and she wants it to look like she has a lot of like adult friends that are willing to show up to her birthday parties. And oh, it's not about the adults, it's about the kids. But then you cancelled a party because not enough adults showed up to fill out the room. Do you see how insane this is? It's all about how many people can I invite over, how big and extravagant of a party can I have, and not how many of these kids are truly my child's friend and they want to spend their time with my child.
We don't have family here, so when friends don't show up, it's noticeable. And I just did not want her little heart to see a room with not a lot of people, where when she goes to her friends' parties, the rooms are packed. And as much as we love her, and as much as we do for her, an empty birthday room hurts. So to save yourself.
So she's like, save yourself some money and basically cancel this party. Now, you wouldn't have had to cancel like the room and stuff if you didn't try and make an extravagant prom for your child's 4th birthday. You could have just had a party at home, cut the cake, have some fun, and then nothing would look empty because they'd just be at your house. But you had to rent this room because now it feels like parenting is this game of one-upping one another and who can have the bigger party for their 4-year-old. I mean, we're not all Kylie Jenner and we're not going to have Stormy's face be the entrance, the block entrance to our party that's going to have like a fun fair inside. I think comparison is the devil. What's the actual saying? Like, comparison kills joy, comparison is the killer of something. I'm not good at sayings, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just not comparing yourself to people. Like you said, like, other people have families nearby, so most of the people invited to their birthday are actually just family members. They probably also only have like 7 to 10 kids come to the party. So yeah, I'm just very confused about this. This has actually been on my mind because I was watching a video on YouTube yesterday, and it's called, let me just open it up for you guys. It's called The Dangers of Manufactured Childhood Magic, Motherhood in Progress by Ashley Embers. It was posted 3 weeks ago, but it just came up on my recommended yesterday, so I watched it, and it's literally perfect because the introduction literally talks about what we just talked about.
When did birthday parties become this massive thing?
When my daughter Hazel asked for an Alice in Wonderland themed birthday party, I did as any Pinterest mom would do and went a little overboard.
I have 3 kids, and so that means I'm spending $700 3 times a year on just birthday parties for their friends. The amount of money that we spent for like the experience that we had, the toll it took on our family for a couple days, like, we cannot do this again.
This morning I asked my kids what they wanted for breakfast, and one said croissants and the other said cereal, so I thought we would compromise and make croissant cereal.
What do you do when your kids get bored? If you're in the US, you likely don't like that your kids are getting bored.
My nephew just lost his first tooth, so let's make him a little box of goodies from the Tooth Fairy. The Pokemon coloring book, toxic waste, more of this toxic waste crap, water balloons, sucker, and a little bit of Play-Doh. First tooth box.
Any kids come to the party? I'm not gonna give you a party favor. Like, you're 2. You're 2.
Is this fun for anybody? Like, why are we doing this?
So it's super convenient that I literally watched this video yesterday, and then now this came up on my For You page, because it perfectly encapsulates. This whole video is 26 minutes of pure gold of, first of all, not letting children just be bored. Like, when we were bored, we came up with the best games. You just put some kids outside with no toys and you let them figure it out, and they'll have fun. You don't need to rent a ballroom. You don't need to do a themed Alice in Wonderland birthday. You can if you want to, but let your kids be bored. Let your kids figure out games. Let your kids figure out how they want to play, and they can do that with just 7 kids at a birthday party. And this wouldn't have been an issue if she didn't rent this room and she didn't want it to be this adult party, because she was worried about how many adults are going to show up. It's a birthday party for your kids. So the manufactured childhood magic is just constantly entertaining your children, playing with them to the extent of they can never be bored. I'll always have a game for them to play, and that's where kind of the iPad kids start entering. It's, your kids can never have a moment of silence, of peace up here. And that then translates into these extravagant parties, these extravagant birthdays. Oh, every sleepover has to be full of activities and everything. In my time, once again, sound like a boomer, we didn't do all of this stuff. We just had a regular party with some paper plates, and you'd have a cake with that nice fondant on the outside that like tasted like Play-Doh, and everyone just go outside and play, and you'd have an ice cream break, and then you'd go outside and play, and you'd figure it out. There was none of this stuff. We didn't have to have this entertainment magic situation going on. And I think social media's definitely done this a little bit, with momfluencers feeling like they have to one-up each other, and also just regular mums then feeling inadequate because of these momfluencers. And if you want to do this for your kids, you can. Obviously, no one's stopping you. Absolutely no one is stopping you. But it's the comparison of, well, Sally over there made DIY Alice in Wonderland birthday stuff for her kid, so now I have to do a Disney theme. It doesn't have to be that way. And I think it's like this whole like Pinterest mum aesthetic. Nora Smith, as much as I love her, I think it's that situation. People are comparing themselves to Nora Smith, who is 1, a millionaire, 2, this is her job, 3, she clearly loves to cook, and you never see her do DIY, so that's not something that she loves to do. She cooks, right? And then someone else might do DIY, so they do like amazing DIYs for their kid, but they'll never cook for their kid or bake for their kid. So you also have to like lean into your strengths as a parent. You don't have to do everything that you see on the internet. But yeah, she cooks, but she definitely has babysitters. She definitely, she gets to work from home, which on social media, which is a very flexible job. And so if you have a 9 to 5 and you work like a regular job with a regular salary and stuff like that, and you don't have a babysitter, no one's expecting you to DIY a whole Alice in Wonderland themed birthday party with freshly baked home goods and all of that. You can just buy some ready-made cupcakes and buy some paper plates and call it a night. But it is this comparison situation, right? So then someone stitched it. She's called Jennifer.
I canceled my daughter's 4th birthday this morning.
So you canceled your daughter's 4th birthday because you invited 15 kids and only 7 were gonna show up for your daughter's 4th birthday party because the room that you booked was going to look empty, because you couldn't stand the thought of seeing the look on your daughter's face and thinking that the room was going to be empty because she only had 7 of her friends instead of 15, so you canceled it. You ended this video in tears. You know damn well that your daughter would have been perfectly fine with 7 of her friends. You were the one who was upset about not having all 15 kids there. You were the one who was concerned about looking around in the room and feeling like it was empty because you planned this party. And so because there weren't going to be as many kids as what you had anticipated, you were going to look at this party and see it as a failure. So instead of embracing what your daughter was going to have for her birthday party, you decided that you were just going to shut it down completely. Now, I mean, I don't know you, but I'm going to assume that you've been telling your daughter that she was going to have a birthday party. And I feel like what you're telling us is that you couldn't bear the thought of seeing your daughter be disappointed at an empty room, but you are okay with her being disappointed at losing her entire birthday party with her 7 friends. You didn't do this for her. You didn't do this for her, you did this for you. Let's be serious.
That was perfectly said, actually, and this is where the problem starts, because now the response is, dare I say, unhinged, okay? So the response is currently unavailable. I did save it. Okay, I just clicked on it and it says video currently unavailable, but Jennifer stitched it in a way where we can watch the original TikTok and this one, I'm pretty sure, so let's just watch that.
It's for Jen. If your name is not Jen and you don't know who I am, then you can just keep scrolling. So I heard a few days late, I guess, that you were on here talking about me.
I stitched your video.
So I just wanted to talk to you.
Okay.
And say hi.
Hi.
I heard you had some things to say about my daughter's birthday party.
You watched the video.
About you thinking that I canceled her whole birthday and I'm such a horrible mom.
Never said
and
that.
Human.
But she did cancel it. And then, like, she didn't say that she was an awful human. That's something you're putting on yourself because you feel guilty now. And, like, this introduction is already 30 seconds long. She said absolutely nothing, but was just like, hey, Jen, I know you're watching this. It's giving very much high school, and it's about what I would expect behavior-wise from a momfluencer. So...
And
never said that.
It was all about me and
I did say that.
how self-centered I am.
Never said that.
And oh, honey, could you be more wrong? And there's nothing I love more in life than being right.
Okay.
But you know what I really think this is about? I'm giving you the most self-centered version of myself because I know that's what you love so much. This is who you think I am, right? You think I'm this self-centered mom that doesn't put her kids first and I only care about my looks and...
I never said that.
God forbid a mom be pretty because...
This is so mean girl behavior. This is someone who peaked in high school. Like, this is what I imagine people who peaked in high school to be like when they enter other phases of their life. Oh, you just can't stand that I'm a pretty mom. I'm such a pretty mom. And I bet she like shames other moms if they don't look as pretty as her. Yeah, it's this is not the serve that she thought it was, but like no one brought looks into this. I don't understand what's going on. Also, my laptop's dying.
She never cares about her children, right?
What?
And how absolutely wrong are you? It's so wild that people can think that just because they don't look good as a mom, or they're not a mom, that they can talk about another mom who looks good and is actually a good mom.
I don't know if she insinuated here that like Jennifer isn't a good looking mom. Like, you know what I mean? This was not cute. This was not a cute video to film or post.
Let's talk about that.
Why are you talking about your looks? This is about your daughter's birthday party,
I
Tiffany.
do say so myself, and you don't know jack about me. But you wanted to talk to your 127,000 followers about me. And I mean, thank you. Thank you for getting my name out there because, I mean, thank you.
You're welcome.
And you know, I was going to come on here and explain the whole situation and what I did for my daughter.
The unnecessary like smacking of the mouth and this like LA Valley stereotypically American way of speaking. No offense to my Americans, but it's the like dragging of the word. And you think because I'm a pretty woman that I don't take care of my... It almost feels like more effort to speak that way than just to speak normally. And I'm not saying that she's not normal. Maybe she isn't putting on the accent. But to me, it sounds like more effort to speak that way than to just get your point across. But it's like she's not actually sure what she's going to say to defend herself here. And her brain is buffering a little bit. So she's giving herself a little bit of time to think about the next 3 words that are going to come out of her mouth. And we can tell there was no thinking put into this. I just smacked my mouth myself. But yeah, speaking, and you think I am a bad parent. It's, like, let's get to the point now.
And how we celebrated her, but I don't owe you anything.
You don't.
I actually don't owe you an explanation at all.
And I never said that you did.
I don't know you as a human. And I don't owe you anything more than...
This, like, I don't owe you an explanation, but you put the original story on the internet. People overshare all the time on the internet, mainly regarding their family, and then they have an issue, the fact that people then have opinions about that. You put it on the internet. No one was holding a gun to your head saying, oh, you must talk about how you cancelled your daughter's birthday because you were going to be upset at how few people showed up. No one put a gun to your head and said that. But now you have an issue because the public that you posted a video to are speaking out. Now you have a problem.
Leaving you with what you think you know about me.
Okay.
Which is actually nothing. So
Okay.
I hope you have a better day.
And then she goes on to say that she took her kids to like Disney and they had a great time. They went out. That's fantastic. That's amazing. I'm glad you guys did that together. I'm glad you guys had a great time together. That's fine. That was not the original point of the video that you made. The original point was, I am cancelling my daughter's elaborate birthday party because not enough people showed up that I wanted, right? I wanted a certain number, I wanted a certain look to this party and it wasn't. And so I cancelled my daughter's birthday party that she was looking forward to, and she's 4. So she actually won't understand this very well, this like cancelling of this situation. And I'm so glad that you rectified it and you took your kid to Disney and stuff, but I bet you were going to do that anyway. I bet you were going to have the party and then do all this other stuff and document it all for the internet. So you just cut out this bit, but you still have this bit and now using this bit to justify cancelling this bit. That's not what the original video was about, so I don't know why you're like, oh, but actually you don't know her life story. I'm actually going to take my kid to Disney. It's like, that's not what your original video was about. The original video was not about Disney or what you did for the rest of the day or what you did for your daughter's birthday weekend or birthday week or birthday month. That's not what the video was about. The original video was you saying, I cancelled my daughter's birthday party because not enough people showed up. Well, we're going to show up. So I don't know why we're adding all the extra context that we don't need. And I'm sorry if anyone thinks I'm mocking her accent. I just find it sounds a bit put on, this forced like mean girl peaked in high school. So if anyone's offended, my bad. But I find it really interesting, the way she's speaking. Now, under this video, someone said, I have no idea the context, but I'm on your side. She rambled and said absolutely nothing. She thought she really ate. Wrap it up, Tiffany. She literally filmed this rewatch and said, yeah, this is it. And then we have the 2.0, where Jennifer talks about the situation for the last time.
The fuck what a dumbass rat thinks about me. I don't care. Everything I say is right. Everything I say is 100% true and accurate. So
Oh, I love the like, you clearly do something to piss a lot of people off and they are rightfully calling you out, and now you're like, you guys are coming here to troll me because you think I'm so amazing and you love me, actually. So yeah, that was really it for this little story. But let me know what you guys think about this whole idea of, you know, momfluencers trying to one-up each other and it leading to regular mums feeling like they're just never doing enough because their kids are not being entertained 24/7 and they're not having the most extravagant birthday parties and the whole lot of it, right? So you guys know what I think about mom influencers and what I think about family vloggers more than anything, and this whole fake made up parenting situation that a lot of them do online, and this is no exception. And Tiffany, people are not calling you out because you're a pretty mum, they're calling you out because you're a self-centered mum, and that's the tea in the shade of it all. But you guys let me know what you think. Subscribe with the bell icon for engagement. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.